Humans, you've achieved a lot. Well done. You went to the moon, you invented the internet, the scented candle, and democracy. Well, that last one is a work in progress, but you know, good hustle for the most part. All these achievements, summits mounted, mysteries uncovered, inventions invented. We're high on achievements and high on atrocities, so certainly an active species. And that's why it's so important to congratulate one another when something does go right, and there's never been a gesture as immediate or satisfactory as the humble high five. Welcome to Ordinary Things, where ordinary things are explained. Today we'll be exploring the high five, also known as making sweet, sweaty palm love. But what is a high five? A high five is a gesture of celebration or greeting in which two people slap each other's open palms with their arms raised. There are some high five fundamentalists who believe that palm convergence must occur above the head of the shortest participant for the gesture to be officially recognised as a high five, although these people are pedants and are unlikely to ever be on the receiving end of one. For most people, the high five's cultural supremacy in hand-based greetings has meant the term has come to encompass most palm-slapping rituals of affirmation, regardless of altitudinal occurrence. But where did the high five come from? While there have been many claimants to the high five's slappy source, the most enduring story begins here in Dodger Stadium. That's weird. I don't seem to have any stock footage for Dodger Stadium. Give me a second. It was here, in Dodger Stadium in 1977, when hard-hitting outfielder Dusty Baker secured his last home run of the game, making him one of 4 team members to score over 30 home runs in a season each, an arbitrary but very impressive achievement. Upon reaching home base, fellow teammate Glenn Burke reached out his hand and Dusty Baker met it with his own, and these two palm-slapping pioneers changed congratulatory history forever with a slap heard round the world. In this impromptu display of celebration, these two pioneers replaced the butt-slapping rituals of old. It was also a godsend to the insecure heterosexual who finally had a way to show affection to his fellow dude pal without seeming gay. In the dark days before the high five, straight men were persecuted under the tyranny of intimate gestures like handshakes, hugs, and docking. Finally, the high five offered an affirmation ritual which required as little bodily contact as possible. However, while the pure high five may have its origins in the annals of American sport, we can also chart its embryonic development through its closest hand-greeting ancestor, the low five. Also known as slapping skin, the low five gained prominence in the 1920s among the African American community as a sign of unity, especially in the jazz scene.
You like jazz?
One of the earliest visual records of a low five occurs in 1927's The Jazz Singer, a film notable for being the first recorded with sound and for containing more blackface than Justin Trudeau's 2006 MySpace page. "Gimme some skin" grew to become a popular phrase in 1940s hipster slang, and makes a prominent appearance in Abbott and Costello's 1941 film In the Navy, as the central feature of this dance sequence performed by the Andrews Sisters.
Shout, give me some skin, my friend, smack it, whack it, let your hand rotate.
And lo, as the low five begat the high, so too did the high five begat variations unto itself. There's the double five, or high 10, the lamentable group high five, also known as a finger orgy. There's the iconic high five reach around, featured here in the fabulous volleyball scene from Top Gun, the high shake, the common but peculiar handshake high five hybrid, a middle ground between the chill of the high five and the professionalism of the handshake. Very much the sativa indica blend of the hand greeting world. And then of course there's the more spoken about than performed Eiffel Tower, in which two male participants slap palms while simultaneously being filleted and having penetrative intercourse with a third party. The moment of the slap allowing the trio to momentarily resemble the 19th century Parisian architectural marvel of the same name. Finally, there's the exceptionally rare and absolutely choice reverse somersault ski five, truly the shiny Charizard of high fives. But not all high fives are destined for historical resonance or acoustically pleasing skin-slapping glory, as the high five can be a high wire act, especially for the terminally awkward or uncoordinated. So, you've had a high five go wrong. Well, I'm here to tell you not to worry. As my ex-girlfriend would frequently say, it's nothing to be ashamed of, it happens to everyone, and it's not a big deal. Although it did turn out later that she was catching palms all over town. There are many ways that a high five can go wrong. There's the failure to connect, the left hanging, the withdrawal, the missed opportunity, and the rare but dreaded I-5.
I was informed. Now, oh dear.
While all these genres of failure are disasters, the left hanging is the most fraught with the potential for social disgrace, and you only have a few options to claw back some of your injured pride. Once HighFive failure is certain, every second of your continued insistence on the gesture only serves to multiply your embarrassment and leaves you looking like some kind of incel meat flag.
That stings, Rance.
In my professional opinion, as someone who's been researching high-fives for all of 2 days, when you're left in the limbo of left hanging, you've only got 2 options. You can either give up stoically, like a captain going down with his ship, or attempt the demented self-five, an admission of defeat and a kamikaze act of desperation. It is pathetic, does not work, and should never be attempted under any circumstances. The high-five has also found a natural home in politics, an arena full of greasy palms and self-congratulatory This is British Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn, seen here celebrating his successful loss of the 2016 election alongside his shadow Foreign Secretary, Emily Thornberry. Here we witness a devastating failure to connect, followed by something significantly worse. Naturally, this instance made Corbyn look like a complete boob, but then again there's no breaking the spirit of a man who's equally proficient in the self-five.
Hi, how you doing? We're back and we're ready for it all over again.
But maybe Corbyn can learn something from the master of the political high-five, Vladimir Putin, who smashed more palms as president than he did fingers as a KGB interrogator. Here Putin delivers a high-five with de facto leader of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, or MBS if you're a member of the mainstream media and struggle with pronouncing Middle Eastern names. Oh, look at that form. Perfect alignment. It's rare to see a pair of palms that suited for one another, or that soaked in the blood of murdered journalists. High five. So, what have we learned? In many ways, the high-five shares integral characteristics with the citizens of its Californian birthplace. It's brash, in your face, yet thoroughly unpretentious and universally lovable. The high-five may be fraught with the risk of embarrassment, but this is the weakness of its strength. It is a confident greeting for people who believe in themselves and each other, and it serves as a reminder that the only way we can connect is by first putting ourselves out there. This has been Ordinary Things. If you like what I've put out so far, please consider donating to my Patreon page. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so the next Ordinary Thing can be delivered straight to your face. Yo, high five. High five.